I get out the Navy, my brother's famous. His fame is exploding. I'm real proud of that. You know what I mean? And I'm getting to hang out with people that I only read about in magazines and seen, you know, on the screen somewhere. I'm like standing next to them and being at dinner tables with them. And, you know, it was a bug out, man. And, you know, I was a huge Rick James fan. That's the first person that I would say out of all the celebrities that I met that I was starstruck. We gonna hang out with Rick James tonight, you know what I'm saying? And here he comes out the room and I look at him and I'm not bullshitting, man. I seen like an orange, his aura or whatever, I seen it. It was orange. He started kicking it. And he was mad niggerish, man, which was, you know, right up my alley.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
He walk up to any chick, look at the whole side of their face, man.
I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself.
We got closer, started hanging out. My brother didn't do any of this shit. So at night, when Eddie would break out, we would all be getting crazy and wild. If I was hanging with Rick, he had this thing with me where he used to always like fuck with me, man. I don't know what started it.
But, you know, he was hanging out with the big dogs, you know. Charlie didn't know he was doing crazy things, and I had to straighten him out. Sometimes I had to go upside his head.
Things like escalated to the point where, you know, my man got too familiar, and I ended up having to whip his ass, man, you know, because, you know, he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper. First time, you know, I had to end up whipping his ass. We went to Studio 54. We walking up into the VIP section, and I'm looking around to see who's there, and looking at the girls and everything, and all of a sudden I heard something go, "Charlie Murphy!" He had this ring on to commemorate this song he had put out called Unity.
And this was imprinted in that black head of his for at least a week. Unity!
Eddie and everybody else thought that was the funniest shit. And so that threw me in a weird space, because I'm like, yeah, this is Rick James, he's a star.
I'm Rick James, bitch. It's a celebration, bitch.
Maybe I'm overreacting. I actually went there, like, maybe I shouldn't do nothing, but my ghetto side was going, yo, stomp this motherfucker out right here. The fuck is wrong with him?
I'm just in wine and I'm just getting started, bitches.
He totally just wrote me off, like, I'm that nigga to steal on, you know what I'm saying?
What, you gonna smack me back? I'm Rick James, he's Charlie Murphy.
I waited, because I knew what hotel he was staying in. Eddie and them went home, and I said, y'all be right back. I shot over to the hotel. Went up to his room, knocked on the door.
So then, he comes in there, and I said, look, bitch, I'm Rick James. Smacked him. Oh, Charlie Murphy!
He had his hand cocked to throw another right hand. When he's coming for his camp, bah! Caught him with the front.
Him Charlie like he gave me some kind of Bruce Lee cross kick or something.
I kicked the shit out of him, man. Bah! The wind is knocked out of him. And then he screams out,
"Security!"
The one in the front, he had crooked eyes and shit. His one eye was looking at me, and the other one was looking at Rick. And Rick had edged over by the window.
Now, darkness, the tables are turned. Do with him whatever you like.
Motherfuckers take one more step, I'm kicking this nigga out the motherfucking window.
Copy, freeze!
You know you was wrong for what you did to me earlier. Look what you did to my face.
I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. It was an accident. I was having too much fun. I'll offer you a truce. The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy, Rick James?
Yo, man, my forehead is bumping, man.
Now that you mention it, I think I'm bleeding inside my chest. But I got the medicine.
That was how that particular incident ended, but it wasn't the last time I had to whip his ass, whip his ass.
Don't you think Charlie's a little old to be taking karate? He probably taking it with the little kids. Yeah, Charlie whipped my ass in his dreams. I told you, Charlie had delusions of grandeur in his head. I'm telling you what's happening.
I'm Rick James, bitch.